Hello again, boys and girls. So, we just went over our high frequency words and our vocabulary words. I'm going to do our read aloud. When you hear one of our vocabulary words, I know you don't have the focus wall behind you, but try and say, I heard it, or put your hands up or something. And I'm sorry I won't be looking too much at the camera as I'm reading the story because I have to turn to be able to read the story. So, our read aloud is called The Crowd Roared. After dinner, Mina hurried to do her homework. When she finished, she could watch the end of the soccer game on TV. Hurried. She loved watching soccer. She loved how the crowds shouted and cheered and waved their arms above their heads every time a player scored a goal. Vocabulary word, cheered. Mina's mom came in to watch a bit too. She smiled when she saw how much Mina was enjoying the match. Why don't you join a team? Asked Mina's mom. You might like playing soccer, you know. But Mina didn't want to try. I'll be no good at it, she complained. I've never done it before. I don't like doing things that I'm not good at. Mina's mom shook her head. Well, you'll never learn how if you don't try, she said. The next day, Mina was walking home from school with her friend Javier. She was telling him all about last night's match. It was extra special because her two favorite teams had played against each other. Extra was the vocabulary word. Mina was very happy with the final score, 1-1, a tie. Vocabulary word, final. Neither of her teams had lost. Yeah, that sounds great, said Javier, sounding kind of bored. I prefer to play soccer myself than watch it on TV. You know, he said, perking up a bit, the fall soccer team is about to start. You should join a team. Mia opened her mouth to reply. She was about to say the same thing to Javier that she had said to her mom. Well, I might like to, said Mina, but the truth is, I'm afraid I won't be any good. I don't know how to kick the ball correctly or pass, and everyone will laugh at me. Maybe, said Javier, but who cares? It's true, it takes time to learn, but you'll get better every time you practice. Practice was the vocabulary word. And then you'll start to enjoy it more. I know that was true for me. Besides, even if you aren't the best at something, it can still be fun. Mina and Javier had reached her house. This is where they usually said goodbye. Javier pointed to the curb and shouted, Sit there. I'll be back in a minute. Curb was the vocabulary word. When Javier came back, he was carrying a soccer ball. Let's go to the park, he said. I can show you some basics. For the next hour, Javier gave Minna her own private soccer lesson. He showed her the correct position of her leg when kicking and the best way to control the ball. Position was the vocabulary word. Javier set his backpack a few yards away on the grass to act as goalposts. He played goalie, and Mina tried to kick the ball past him. At first, Javier stopped every kick Mina made. When it was almost time to go home, Mina kicked one past him. In her head, Mina could hear the crowd waving their arms above their head. She could hear them as they all roared with one mighty voice, Goal! Roared was the vocabulary word. Mina and Javier picked up their things and headed home. Thanks, said Mina. You were right. Even if I'm not the best, playing soccer would be a lot of fun. I think I'll give it a try. So that's our read aloud. I hope you heard some of your vocabulary words. As we always start with a riddle, our riddle here was, how do baseball players stay cool? How do baseball players stay cool? They sit next to the fans. Not the fans that blow cold air, but fans are people that watch the sport and like it. So that's the riddle for today. How do baseball players stay cool? They sit next to the fans. Bye.